Get global news on demand at Canada.com.
The Safeway Select gets underway tomorrow. This evening, we give you part 2 in our 4-part feature of past Brier champions. Now, Manitoba has long been a favorite when it comes to the Brier. The competition here is fierce. That leads to some great battles and better players. A look tonight at a Hall of Fame skip and one superb third. 2 different teams, both champions.
Terry Burtnick, the 1981 champion, wins it again 14 years later.
His first Brier win was 1981. His second didn't come until 1995, but it was well worth the wait.
The next time around, many years later, you appreciate it that much more. You look at it differently. It's not the same as when you're really young and win it and have that youthful enthusiasm. You look at it a different way. I think you just appreciate the accomplishment and the work that goes into it a lot more.
Kerry Burtnick's been curling for more than a quarter century now, and not many in the sport have had more success. 2 Briers, a world championship, and of course, the provincial tankards.
The win out of Manitoba is so special because it's so hard to do. Yes, we don't get to go as often, but when you do go, it is really a special moment.
Like Burtnick, Brian Toews is no stranger to winning the province. He played third on Mike Riley's team that won in 1984 and 1986. In '84, they went on to capture the Brier against a legend in the game, the Wrench, Eddie Wernick.
We knew we were in tough competition, but we also knew that we were a good team because we are from Manitoba.
And it was a win that almost wasn't. Toews and Riley, on different teams the year before and struggling, had both contemplated retirement. But as fate would have it, they decided to join forces and went on to complete the ultimate dream.
And so this was the day of the final game, and I went out for a morning walk, just to something to do. And then you suddenly realize that you are in a Brier final, which is like, wow, that's quite something.
Ironically, Burtnick at one time considered calling it quits as well, the latter part of 1994.
Halfway through the season was probably the low point of my curling career. We had had no success. We had just lost out of our zone competition. We had blown a 7-1 lead against John Bubbs. I was driving home wondering, whether I want to continue playing the game, and that was one of the probably worst times I've ever struggled and felt and lost all my confidence in the game. And yet, ironically, a couple of months later, there we were going on a huge winning streak and, winning the Brier and winning the World Championships, and it was one of the best moments of my curling career.
And not only did he win the World Championships over Scotland, he did so in dramatic fashion.
Whoa! 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 Yeah! Hurry! Hurry! Will he get the move? 1, 2, 3! And a great shot!
And who can forget that shot? You were there live that night, weren't you?
Well, I wasn't live, but we were all watching.
Right.
It was a big deal.